for treatment for assisted reproduction, and on the way when we wanted to reduce weight, they got pregnant, and their previous data was very suspicious to have there any likelihood of naturally pregnancy. So this is tremendous motivation for me and for all the private medical practitioners, for gynecologists, for nutritionalists, for endocrinologists, to have a, at least look into the effect as a food supplement added to your patients. Instead of giving them B complexes of variety, if you give them micro-veggie, it will not harm them. The minimum age group that you can give is 3 years. Easily a baby can swallow. So from 3 years onwards, anybody can take it in any much amount whatsoever they want to. So let the world be a healthy world around us, and let's start losing weight, maintaining weight, and maintaining the health through micro-veggie. Thank you very much. My task today is to let you know the important pillar of DXN products, that is Ganoderma lucidum. Let's go into the detail, what it is and why should we take it, and who should take it, and how much we should take it. As you know, we are surrounded the day we are born by the risk factors all around. Maybe a mother who is sick will deliver a sick child, and maybe a mother who is healthy cannot resist the infections or change in coming health for the newborn baby. So the risk starts when you were conceived. That time onwards, the diet of the mother, the environment of the mother, and the growth potentials of the new baby itself limits the hazards of ill health. But how many of us are taking care of would-be mothers? How many of us know how should we take care of ourselves and prevent the diseases? Rather, we wait to such an extent that until and unless we cannot do anything, then we rush to the doctor for the treatment of diseases or ill health. So let's promote wellness rather than ending up in an illness situation, and then sometimes there is no complete recovery. Are we in a paradigm that the surrounding of us are going to catch the minute they find low resistance in us? The value of self-defense is only appreciated when this self-defense is gone. So whenever you come across to a situation when your body gives way to any of the bombardment of these aliens, may it be a virus, may it be a bacteria, may it be any allergen, or may it be your own body working against your own cells, then already the process is halfway gone. So one of the studies in the world now suggests that 35% of the world is under any sort of treatment. Rest of the 22% younger generation is about to get the sicknesses of their growth, sicknesses of surrounding, and the side effects of their bad lifestyles. So it is very true that increase in your knowledge, increase in the awareness of the situations and prevention. We have given ourselves a modern society, a modernization in our attitudes, in our knowledge, in our implementation of knowledge. We are still the same. So what being modern is you have a lifestyle change where there is only a style and life is gone. So to restore that life back to its quality, to live like as should a healthy person live, we need to know how we can prevent that ill health before we lose it. So the definition for health will definitely be changed when you see somebody who is sick. So let's see what is the definition of health for us. Have you ever thought that being ill is definitely a pronounced point where you have lost some of your health? But it is not just not to be sick that you claim to be healthy, but it is to be well physically, mentally, psychologically, and spiritually. And for that matter, day-to-day wear and tear, body needs some assurance that the cells that are being torn off or being repaired need energy, and that health assurance gives them. And also, with that aging process, we should be able to cope up with the effects of the age on our body, which definitely gives us dependence on doctors, which gives us dependence on drugs, which gives us dependence on the remedies, and also which gives us dependence and they take away our quality of life. So are we ready to go for that, or still there is time that during our wellness we maintain that wellness by a little bit of change of lifestyle and addition of some good things in your grocery, in your food, to give you a complete assurance that whatever would enter into your body will be taken care by your self-defense. When it comes to self-defense, it starts when you were in utero. Your mom used to take care of you. Her blood cells were taking care of abnormal situations which you were being confronted. So the barrier of placenta was there. But when you come out, all the barriers are gone, and your skin is the most vulnerable situation now that will cry off. That's why you see when a baby gets sick, it gets sick very seriously because it doesn't have any resistance. So let's have a good help by the food, which we can be very assured of that this food supplement, which has been recognized and accredited over the centuries, will give us some of the therapeutic effects that we will not be using any medicines anymore. So more than 2,800 species of mushrooms are available in the world, but out of these, hardly over 200 types species are there of Ganoderma faculty. However, the therapeutic practice and literature has given Ganoderma the type of lucidum, that is, only Ganoderma lucidum has been reported to possess a number of pharmacological and properties for immunomodulation, and lots of properties that I will mention in a minute. So basically, Ganoderma lucidum is the name given by the scientist, Reishi is the name given by the Japanese, and Lingzi is the name given by the Chinese. It's a fungus, an outgrowth on the trunks of the trees, and there are different type of spores having different properties, for which, thanks to Dr. Lim Seo-jin, our mentor, our CEO, whose vision, whose wisdom has given us some policy to take care of ourselves. And may Allah bless him, because this is one platform that we learned about our body and we prevent our body from drastic changes happening outside and inside our body. So the spores of Ganoderma lucidum are tough and definitely difficult to culture also. It's how much difficulties DXN Malaysia has gone through in the last 20 years. Nobody can imagine. But the fruit of cultivation given to us is the best in the shape of Rishi. The nutritional best support that we can assure that once it gets inside of the body, it gives you a lot of prevention, a lot of therapeutic measures, not only at a cell level, but on the whole body is being treated and converted into a self-defense field by both types of immunity. There are two types of immunities in the body, in our body, which is cell-mediated, the other is humoral. That is, two types of blood cells are involved, and both of them are enhanced in their activity by Ganoderma lucidum. The clinical studies so far done and published have already proven 4,000 pages of 4,000 research articles are there in clinical research for Rishi Ganoderma. So if I want to explain Ganoderma, it will take another hour to minimize the effects of Ganoderma, to just point out how this beautiful grand herb is giving us health and prosperity at the cell level. It's a king of herbs. And it was a herb for kings, because it was not easy to have this mushroom without cultivation. It used to be taken by Himalayas. The people who abscond that used to die while searching for these mushrooms for the kings. So that's why it was in earlier days known as it was a herbs for kings, because it was expensive and it was very difficult to get it from those hilly mountains. And being the biggest mushroom in size and effect, it is also known as the king of herbs. It's a powerful herb, and history takes it back to more than 5,000 years in traditional Chinese medicine. So far, latest studies suggest that it has more than 400 active ingredients, which gives the security to the body. It has powerful alkaloids and it has good therapeutic effects through some of the main ingredients, which are triterpenes, ganoderic acids, and polysaccharides, the major function of which already articles are there, that it can prevent so many things. I will just mention in a few minutes. Adenosine and organic germanium. The most active constituent is the polysaccharide, and among that polysaccharide group, we have ganodelan A, B and C, which has a sugar lowering effect. We have GA beta glucan, which has anti-inflammatory effect. We have beta D glucan, which has anti-tumor effect, and we have G to Z beta glucan, which is having immunostimulation and against cancer properties. The ganoderic acid content of Ganoderma reduces cholesterol synthesis, inhibition by ganoderic acid B, and oleic acid content of Ganoderma inhibits the histamine, which is responsible for the allergic reactions. So you can very well understand how Ganoderma prevents allergic reactions. And it has got one product known as the Link Z8, which is a broad spectrum anti-allergic for so many other allergies. The alkaloids, which are a content of Ganoderma, are cardiotonic. How it is, I will just mention now. and the RNA content has antiviral properties, it has anti-hepatotoxic properties, and ganoderic acids have ACE effects. That is why it is also effective as an antihypertensive. Having adenosine in Ganoderma lucidum, it has good effect on platelet control, that is, it doesn't let the platelet to go and accumulate, make a clot and make your life miserable. And also it has a vasodilating effect, it has a pain killing effect, it has a muscle relaxing effect, and in uridine and uracil content it has interferon inducing effect, which is an antiviral remedy now used in pharmacology, and it is a very expensive injection when we use for viral diseases, especially when in hepatitis C. Glycoproteins present in Ganoderma lucidum have anti-cancer properties. Protein synthesis and nucleic acid metabolism enhancer, and above all it has an antibiotic itself, which is now being recognized as ganomycin A and B. The whole world is shouting for free radicals, antioxidants. So it has got 23,000 more units and 5 times more potent than ginseng, the antioxidant effect. So what is these free radicals? These free radicals are the unbounded, uncompounded oxygen, which works like a bullet to the cells, and it can kill the cell so much so that it can take a life also. So the antioxidant effect reverses the process of atherogenesis, and also it prevents strokes, heart disease, and high cholesterols in your body, and it protects the vessel wall by preventing vascular disorders. So Ganoderma itself has free radicals for anti-aging, anti-cancer treatment, and it is the most powerful antioxidant available in any mushroom. It's an immunomodulator. How it modulates your immunity, how it increases your self-defense by enhancing interleukin 1 and 2, which are the chemicals responsible to introduce the body to your self-defense. It increases the interferon, and also it increases the humoral and the cell-mediated immunity. So much so, some people say that it is like a vaccine. It gives your body a recognition towards the aliens coming into your system, and once your system recognizes them, it's not the Ganoderma itself. Ganoderma changes your body to a shield that nothing can go in. The body strikes it back and takes care of it. So the vasodilating effect of the Ganoderma takes care of your blood pressure, and micro and macro circulation of all organs will give you a good oxygen supply and prevention of these finer clots, which can prevent the cells to get the proper nutrition. Apart from that, the anti-inflammatory effect of Ganoderma has been seen by relieving pain and swelling in conditions like arthritis. It is being used in degenerative disorders of the brain. If we have seen in patients with Alzheimer's, when they take these food supplements as an adjuvant to their treatment, there is a speedy recovery, and especially in Parkinsonism also. So it is safe and it is natural. Anti-allergic effect is seen like Lenastan, which is acting on immune system, stabilizes the mast cells, and the liberation of chemical factors which are responsible for allergies are definitely reduced, and that's how it prevents its allergic reactions. The regulation of blood pressure, as I told you, it is because of its cardiotonic effects, and similarly it has got a lowering effect on the cholesterol, which the major risk factor for your heart and brain, and so that you can prevent your heart by taking Ganoderma. It stimulates the brain function, it enhances the memory, and the brisk and active sleep functions. You can use it for your spiritual enhancement also. For diabetics, how it does that? It works on the pancreatic cells. In 3 ways it controls the sugar. 1, it controls the metabolism of the sugar. It utilizes the sugar by itself, and it enhances the pancreas to make more insulin and converts the good quality insulin so that the insulin resistance is lost and there is a control of serum sugar levels. So that's how it has an anti-diabetic effect, not by in itself, but by via the pancreas through natural mechanism it tries to control. So please don't take it the message like that Ganoderma can treat everything. Ganoderma will make sure that your body treats everything. You take care of your own self by taking care of your diet, and you take your medicines on time. By the time a point will reach that your doctor will say, okay, now you don't need any more medications, because your body has controlled itself and it has come back to normal. It is only possible when you use all those natural products regularly, effectively, and without fail. It's a powerful liver tonic, so definitely a kidney tonic also. How? Because it stimulates the functions through the brain, it improves the blood supply of the kidney, it improves the blood supply of the liver, so all the functions are enhanced and in collaboration, and by detoxification and balancing the body systems, it helps in repair and rejuvenation. So that's why it is also known as a regulator. It regulates the function of digestion, it regulates the function of the hormones, and it regulates the pH from acidic to alkaline. So this regulation will maintain and prolong health. As an adaptogen, it will not harm the body, and it is non-toxic, non-specific. Overall, it normalizes the whole body. So prevention of diseases will help you not to get sick, and once you get sick, it will help you to repair quickly and come back to normal. So I would say, if you take Ganoderma or Rishi regularly, you will prevent doctors for long term, and plus you will be more happier, more calm, more fresh, and the enjoyment of the lifelong anti-aging process that you can see. And you see the difference when you take some products in the same age group which are being used by the other products, are definitely there is a difference which anybody can appreciate. The skin texture, because it is the word Ganoderma. Derma means skin. So from the skin to the brain, from hair to the toe, it takes care of all cells of the body. That is why it is not a medicine, it is a food supplement. Medicines are system oriented, medicines are specific disease oriented. In fact, they will treat for some extent and then khalas. But for food supplements, they will change your body environment and the body will take care of itself. So make sure that you get this beautiful miraculous mushroom into your system to get rid of all the aliens into your blood, from your blood and from your environmental insults. You can fight back very easily. So I welcome you again to a world of health and to a world of wealth, which is again health, because the best thing that you have is health, and after health it's a time that you don't waste to decide what is good for you. Wisdom is what you know, and not only what you know, but it is to apply that knowledge for prevention and a prosperous environment around you. Share this knowledge to others, let others help you, and you help them to have a good, fruitful member of the society. Thank you very much. next topic is Morenzy or Morenzyme. Morenzy, as I call it, all the health in a glass. That means if you are taking Morenzy or noni fruit juice, biochemically is Mirinda citrifolia, you are having an insurance policy that takes care of your intestinal tract, your nervous system, and also some of the parasites. How it affects and from where we get it, what are the ingredients, and why should we take it. Morenzy itself, Morenzy because it is the name given by DXN. Otherwise, globally it is known as noni fruit juice, and Morinda citrifolia is its scientific name. It's a small evergreen tree, grows in the coastal regions at the sea level, and floating seeds, they go and germinate after sea drifting. So it's a native of Tahiti, Hawaii, and the common names in different countries: noni, Morenzy, Morinda, and Chinese word Z. So European has been already accrediting this food supplement in 2003. Over the ages, noni has been used by folks, Polynesians, since last 2000 years. All parts of the plant are useful, including root, leaf, stem, shoot, flower, fruit, and seed. Its fruit is the richest in the nutraceutical content, and it is inedible due to unpleasant taste and odor. So, the fruit juice is processed in a way to make it palatable by mixing with other juices, and that's why in our Morenzy we have squeezed mature fruits and preserve them by pasteurization, and it contains rosalie juice to improve the taste. This rosalie juice is an extract of Rosalie calicis, a beautiful plant and a beverage used in other parts of the world. And in DXN also, Rosalie is an additional beverage which normally people take by addition of water and lemon, and you can make lots of beverage with that. So the recommendation for Morenzy for daily use is 2 tablespoons 30 ml diluted in about 1 glass of water, or maybe 200 ml of cool or warm water, and it has to be refrigerated once it is open. Morenzyme, in fact, is a fermented noni fruit, and it contains all natural enzymes. By the way, Morenzy itself has got fructose, so it cannot be taken by the diabetics, better to avoid, and Morenzyme can easily be taken because of the extract of enzymes, which is important for metabolism. It enhances digestion, it enhances absorption of the nutrients from the gut, and also the regulation of the cell metabolism. The content of its juice has 90% water, 10% of the dry matter. It has protein, glucose, polysaccharides, vitamin C, vitamin B, and beta carotene, calcium, magnesium, sodium, and potassium. The medicinal components of noni has got 200 phytochemical compounds, anthraquinones and their glycosides, fatty acids and their derivatives, iridoids and glycosides, flavonoids, lignans and neolignans, phenylpropanoids and saccharides and tritraminoids, prozeronine, the most important ingredient of noni fruit. So it's a tale of two minerals. It's a story of two minerals, sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium are essential for life and good health. So the complementary roles and the balance between the two elements is critical. Once the raw food we take, they are rich in sodium. Anything which goes in excess is going to have an ill effect on your body, and salt is used to preserve the flavor of the food. So best source of potassium is in fresh foods and no processing. If you process a food, the potassium is gone. Having said that, we know that why these two minerals complement each other, and that's why we eat more sodium than potassium, because of the taste and flavor for your food that you need. So salt in your diet is relatively important, but at the table if you are taking 6%, mostly naturally occurring 20%, so try to omit sodium as much as you can, but as high sodium is a bad news for blood pressure. The hypertension itself is a risk factor for cardiovascular disorders, and therefore sodium is thereby linked to it. So if you have moranzi or moranzyme with you, you need not worry, because you have help for anti-cancer, you have help for cancer itself, you have analgesic effect of noni, anti-inflammatory effect, antioxidant effect, it's a stress reliever, and it's a soothing sedative. And apart from that, it has an antiseptic properties of antibacterial, antiviral and anti-helminth, that is anti-parasitic, especially for ladies who are worried about their kids having parasitic infestations. It is advisable to have moranzi as a regular use for school-going children. That will help them to have a good vitamin content, good control of any chance of having any parasitic infestation from school. And also in good olden days, people use that fruit as an anti-lice lotion for hair. So it has got very good skin care element in it. Also, it was seen that it has some anti-diabetic properties. It controls blood pressure, it is an immunomodulator, and it protects liver because itself it has enzymes. So it helps the liver to relax, and the digestion is easy after you take moranzyme. So cardiovascular and cholesterol risk is minimized when you have moranzi or moranzyme in your diet. Also, it has an antiplatelet effect, so it prevents thrombus to block any vascular compromise or any situation which is risky and for the microcirculatory deficits. Cell damage, also definitely protection is there. Almost 1,227 professionals who represented more than 25,314 noni juice drinkers from 80 countries were analyzed, and it has helped to 86% of the people. They got relief from allergy, arthritis, asthma. More than 70% got relief from depression, indigestion, heart disease resistance, and kidney disease also, and some mental acuity and alertness, especially in multiple sclerosis. It seems to be a very good effect. People who have used it for obesity, they found very effective. And also mood elevation and above all, taking care of their addictions. Addiction nowadays is globally increasing in teenagers, what to say of the older age group. So whatever food supplement, whatever food, whatever ingredient in a change in your lifestyle that you cannot live without is an addiction to me. Even increase in the intake of tea, cold drinks, it has been now suggested that all of these things are addictive. Having said that, if you have something at home, in hand, which has prozeronine, and you will see that into the video that is associated with presentation, that helps you to understand how prozeronine gives you a reassurance of your cells to get rid of this addiction and come back to normal as quickly as possible. So it is a rehabilitation program for addictions also. Because of its properties on nerves, soothing effect, it has got good effect in Alzheimer's, it has got good effect on memory and concentration, and above all, it is a very good help for reproductivity, especially female disorders, especially for gynecological disorders. It has been proven as a very nice supplement for having a vitality at the reproductive stage. It has got anti-cancer activity by direct killing the cancer cells and indirectly by enhancing the immune system to kill the cancer cell by this mechanism. Therapeutic effect, it enhances the therapeutic effect of the chemotherapy by good absorption, plus it prevents the side effects of chemo and radiotherapy. So it allows use of lower dose of therapy and it protects from the side effects. Also, it has new neoangiogenesis property, that means new blood vessels can be formed quickly as a repair process. So Moranzi is girl's best friend. People say for gynecological uses, it regulates the cycles and take care of the dysmenorias and irregularities of the cycles and abnormalities and infections, the aches and pains during pregnancy, and maybe it will help early pregnancies to avoid any risks, and also it helps people say to induce labor pains when it needs. It helps uterine involution, so excessive postpartum hemorrhage can be avoided. Being a protein in nature, it has chains of amino acids, so the coiling of protein itself and the zeronine system is most importantly having enzymes, hormones and antibodies, which definitely will perform effectively to help the lock and key system of the receptors, and zeronine maintaining the protein structure. Morinda citrifolia or noni is 40 times more zeronine than any other food. Dr. Ralph Heineck is a key person on research on noni and moranzi, because according to him, serotonin and other compounds in noni helps you to get rid of the stress and addictive nature of prozeronine. So what we have with us is something which is the need for maintaining beauty, it is the need for maintaining a good personality, it is the need for having a good intestinal tract, it is the need for use of other DXN product as an adjuvant, as a media for reishi mushroom, or also for people who are beauty conscious They can even use Morency since the age of puberty onwards, and it has been already supplemented, accredited by the world-renowned beautiful ladies. So, having said that, the potassium itself, a content which helps us to normalize the heart rate, to improve our gut motility, and that's how noni is effective against so many effects of the intestinal conditions. It helps to regenerate, and it helps to kill the pain. It helps a natural antiseptic. It helps against harmful bacteria. So there are so many good things about noni. Only once you start using it, you will start enjoying the effect on your body. Apart from this, it has very good effect on respiratory system because it improves the non-allergic situations in the body, which is good for allergic cough, hiccups, flu, chest cold, and nasal drops, bad breath, hoarseness of voice, and even allergic asthmas, and sometimes people use as an adjuvant therapy for tuberculosis. So lots of studies have been there. Anybody who is interested can go on a website of noni, which is easily available. You just write noni and you will find research cells globally which are there, and people are still looking for other ingredients into it. For us, as a part of health promoters under the platform of DXN, we advise you to take Morency on regular basis in addition with other products, so that you can have a guarantee that whatever you eat will not harm you, and whatever you eat will be quickly absorbed into the body, giving you a good support of food as a medicine, so that you don't need any medicines anymore. Let's know a little bit of information that I want to share about spirulina, which is an excellent food supplement. And I'm not saying that from my own heart. It has been documented, it has been accredited, and it has been claimed, it has been crowned that the best food supplement for future is spirulina. And who is the documentary, who is the authority to give this verdict is none other than World Health Organization itself. And according to that, spirulina is the most interesting food which is rich in not only micronutrients, but also it can be given to a very lower age group as early as a newborn. So WHO once declared something, it is a very authenticated document and with a huge backing of evidence behind. So let's see why this statement was made. So spirulina, what is spirulina? Spirulina is nothing except blue-green algae, which is a form of alkaline freshwater algae. Why the word spirulina? Because it looks like a spiral, and this word was given by our good old friend Dr. Darwin, who discovered this existence of a spirulina in a spiral algae shaped, and that's why he named that organism as spirulina. After that, in 1962, Dr. Clement in France, he found out in the tribes who are having no food, no water, no shelter, a surprising increase in health and in the situations prevailing would have made those people very sick. A healthy growth potential with a healthy tribe, people were astonished why this lower group of people are having a good health without having any food and water. So they went and it took them to a lake, Shades, in Africa, and where this water covered by this blue-green algae was drunk by these tribes, and their animals and their people got better in health and they got rid of their sicknesses always. So then it developed, and then after that scientists came and researched on that. Lots of research was made. Quite a few thousands of articles are there on spirulina as named as the food of the future because of its ability, because of its potential to have good quality protein concentrated in a small volume. It has been mentioned that spirulina has a range of 65 to 75% of protein content, and with all the essential amino acids and the elements and micronutrients. And it has won the best natural food award in the West Germany by International Food Expo. It has been given a 5-year toxicology study on spirulina and claimed to be non-toxic. Recently, and before that, NASA, the National Aeronautics Space Administration, scientists from USA tested spirulina, and they found that 1 kg of spirulina is equivalent in nutrition value to 1000 kilograms of different types of vegetables.